So, a piece of string walks into a bar. Bartender says, you got to go. We don't serve your kind here. So he walks out and he's all mad and he says, I got an idea. So he takes his hands and he wads them up like this. And he messes them all up and they get all fuzzy and everything. Then he ties his arms up like this and everything. And then he walks back in the bar. And the bartender says, hey, weren't you that piece of string I saw here in here a while ago? And that piece of string says, I'm afraid not. Time for the haul. All right, well, let's get right into it. We'll start showing you some of the stuff we got. We got cool stuff. Really, this was kind of weird. It was a good day at the bins. We actually did it in 2 pieces. We went, we were kind of not feeling so good about it. We left, got some lunch, came back, scored. We did good. We also got some broken stuff, which is something that happens at the bins that we'll talk about here in just a second. What?
Yeah, I was sad.
He was sad. He was very sad. That's why we had to go back, because I was scoring. He was getting crap. But he figured out how to. He did figure out how to fix that later. So anyway, if you're still here after that long, boring story, here we go. What were we going to show first? I already forgot.
Train.
Oh, sorry about that noise. Choo, 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 choo. He told me not to do that. This is a train. This is a train missing a wheel. This is a Lionel Lines 1689E real train. This sucker's heavy. This is probably, because the bins charge you by the pound, this was probably our most expensive item that we got today. But it's fairly complete. It's missing, like I said, it's missing a wheel. It's missing whatever goes there. A little light's supposed to be here. There's some things missing. But, okay, if this was new, we probably would have been able to sell this for about $100, or maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But in this condition, tore up, missing stuff, we found a comp that sold for like $35, and it wasn't as nice as this. So I think we're going to be able to sell this train for $35, just like it is. Easy peasy. Shipping's a little expensive, but customer's going to pay that. If they want it, they'll pay it, and I'm sure they will, because this is really nice. So. Choo, 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 choo.
Choo choo indeed.
Well, you can't see it, but the train looks like it had a little bit of an accident. All right, so now we want to show you. We get surprises. One of the cool things, I should say, about going to the bins is that not only do we find things to sell, we find little tiny odds and ends that aren't worth much. This is kind of cool to see. They're usually in the bottom. Everybody ignores them because who wants this crap? So I'm going to show you some of that this time. By the way, it's not crap to us, but maybe to them. All right, we're not going to go through all this too much. As always, Alex likes to find every tea light candle. You got that one? This is a little monocular. I actually bought that to sell. Turned out it wasn't worth much, and it's kind of fun to keep in the back, or keep by the back door, so that we can look at our resident little deer that walks around there all the time. So that's cool. That's just a piece of plastic. Alex likes cows. Well, specifically, Alex likes Chick-fil-A, so Alex got this little guy.
I have 3.
Got some stuff, got some sticky notes, got some cloth. Go fast, because this part's boring. Okay, got a little chicken head. Look at that, chicken head.
This thing, I believe, can fit in one of my guns, but if not, I figured that you can just, do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do
that.
Yeah.
Nerf gun.
That didn't work out so well.
We got a little pin. Alex likes to collect pins. Got this for art projects. And got a whole bunch of bullets. Not real bullets. We would never buy real bullets at the bins.
I would.
I wouldn't, because they don't sell real bullets at the bins. Anyway, that's all the stuff we got kind of like that, which, like I said, it's not big stuff. It's not resale stuff, but it's nice to find just little odds and ends that you can use for yourself. On a related note, there are also things related to our store, our eBay store, and our video stuff that is kind of helpful. Found a bullet. Got a battery for like phones or cameras that we can use for testing things that we buy, so we're going to put that in our little test drawer. We got this, which strangely enough is extremely valuable to me. Instead of having a whole bunch of different cords, this thing's got different ends. So we just need one USB cord to plug in there, and it'll power all those different ends for testing all kinds of devices. It doesn't have USB-C, and what's the other USB one it doesn't have?
I don't know.
It's missing.
It's the common one.
Yeah, it's missing two of the ends that we often run across, but it's got all the other weird ones, even Firewire, which is kind of cool. A very tiny SD card. This will help us in testing. That's a charger for Xbox 360, also a charger for Xbox 360 controllers. So different kind, different style. Both of these will be very helpful to us in the future. This one we might combo with some from controllers once we get them and sell it, but we'll see. So anyway, we like video game stuff anytime we find it. So that's how that goes. I'm running out of breath.
Yeah.
I said I was going to do this fast today, right? So I'm like, okay.
Well, let's introduce you to my best friend named Sterling.
Sterling, little Sterling.
I have no friends.
Here, you can hold this, Sterling. I'll hold this, Sterling. Spoons. We got spoons.
Spoon indeed.
Now, we had to look this up, but these are actual sterling silver made by the Lunt Company, L-U-N-T. I don't know anything about sterling, but we looked it up, and that's a company that made sterling silverware and flatware and stuff. So literally silverware. This one is, we found out that pattern on there is a summer song pattern. This spoon might be, based on the comps I could find, worth up to $50 all by itself. I kind of don't think so. I'm guessing $25, $20, somewhere in there. But anyway, that's a $20 spoon. In the bins, it probably costs us 75 cents, 50 cents based on its weight. So that's cool. Alex has another spoon.
Yes.
That is American Victorian
Everyone's favorite.
pattern. It's called a shell spoon because, here, let's hold it up for him.
Because it looks like a shell.
Because it's got a really different shape. It's not like your normal spoon. It's kind of shell looking. And this is a
like silk.
sugar spoon. That one, the comps we found for it made more sense to me, which were $20, $25. So that's pretty cool too. So we don't often buy this kind of stuff, but it's in the bottom of the bin, just laying there. We just scooped it up and there we go, 2 spoons. And I am not gonna plate them. I wanted to, he laughed at me when I did it. He's playing them. Okay.
I'm so hilarious.
He's got some comedy. All right.
All right.
We planned this all out, and I'm already forgetting. So let's just move on to, let's talk about fixing stuff. At the bins, this is something we're discovering. We've only been to the bins like 3 times, maybe 4 times, not very often. And what we're discovering, which, by the way, we love going to the bins. It's just fun. It's a crazy, weird thing to do. It's like playing the lottery. You dig and you find stuff, and you don't find stuff, and everybody's like rushing to get it, and it feels like the day after Thanksgiving when everybody goes to the stores and tries to get the good deals. It's like that every half an hour at the bins. So,
Sometimes sooner.
sometimes sooner, yeah. So here's something that I picked up that I thought was really amazing when I found it at the bins. I was really excited. This is the kind, let me see, oh, there it is. That it doesn't have the flaps, it has the roll, it's a roller style, but it still comps really well. I think this thing would be $80 to $100 if it worked.
Depression.
Yeah, I was really excited. But it looks like comp-wise, I think we can sell it. What did we say, $30? Let me look at my list here. Yeah, I think it was around $30 we might be able to get for it in the condition it's in. So that's still really good.
It's pretty good.
We tried to fix it because we like to take things apart, and we will show you a picture either up here or over there, down here, or maybe we'll just put it on the whole screen, but we'll show you a picture of this thing. Turns out, I thought maybe a gear was loose or something easy to fix was wrong. Turns out the actual electric motor inside this thing isn't working. It was frozen, and I was able to break the frozenness up so that it would turn again, but it won't spin. The power just doesn't work on it. So anyway, somebody buys this for parts, and they got one that's just beat to death but has a good motor, they're going to win. So that's good. And I'm also, if this doesn't sell, I'm going to keep looking, and I might buy another one for parts and combine them to fix it, because it looks like a pretty easy fix. You have to see the picture. It's pretty interesting in there. Speaking of fixing stuff, this is the winner and the loser of the day.
Yay! I
Yes.
love losing.
Okay, what we got here, and it's kind of a part. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's kind of a part because I took it apart, and it is not designed from the manufacturer to come apart. This is I forget the brand, Savant, probably Savant, remote control. It actually has a touch screen right here. It's very advanced remote control. I saw these things listed for this model up to like $150, $200 if they're working with the base, the charging base, and with the battery taking a charge. This one, battery's dead as a doornail. The internal battery that you're not supposed to replace yourself. Well, I couldn't find any tutorials online to teach me how to do it, but I figured out how to get it apart after I took that part off accidentally because I didn't know. And, it comes apart. There it is. Ta-da! And here's the battery. If I can find that battery, and it is not a common normal battery, so if I can find it or figure out how to make it happen, then we'll be able to sell that for $100, $150. If not, $30 maybe for the whole thing. Oh wait, what did we figure out? $15 to $20 for this. I forgot. And like $30 for the base, the charging base. Because I think people need these more often because they've always got more than they want them in different rooms of the house or something. Anyhow, so we're going to make money on that one way or the other, but I'm hoping we can fix it up and sell it for a lot.
Let's hope so.
And plus we had a big learning experience. Also have a picture of this that will pop up on the screen somewhere around here. We might have already done it. Might already happened over my face while I was talking because it's more interesting than my face. Would you say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so we are going to move right along. Let's look at something. Again, sometimes you buy things that are just to help you in your eBay business or your video business. This hat is not one of them. This is just something Alex wanted because he likes cool things like this.
Everyone loves legally distinct Italian red man hat.
All right, so I try to wear a different shirt for every video with some kind of something on it. This one says Styx because I'm a big classic rock fan and I like the big giant bands from the 70s and 80s, so that's perfectly me. But also, for future videos, you'll see I will be wearing a Superman shirt. And in another video, I will be wearing super video. Yeah, I guess so. I will be wearing a Spider-Man shirt. So that's these came out of the bins. Now these I only got them because I was the first one to the bin. Because anything that's got a big print on it, or it's superheroes, rock bands, any kind of concert shirts, some sports shirts go pretty quick, and I think they mostly sell pretty well. So these are just for me to wear on videos. And also got this cool Hawaii towel to use in the garage where we keep our inventory, and I like to use towels to cover things, to pad things, and sometimes even to clean things, but I won't use this for that. So I got that too. Again, when you're just doing it by weight, it's like so cool. It costs next to nothing. You just grab it and go. Should we tell a story?
No.
That, when Alex says no, what he really means is no, but we're going to do it anyway.
Okay.
Right? Let's tell a story about the book.
Book.
The book.
The
book. It's not a book. This
is a book.
Is not a book.
Yeah, it's an electronic device.
It is an electronic device.
What do you think it is?
According to Goodwill Bins, the Goodwill Bins we go to, this book is an electronic device. It's not a book, which means it costs a lot less because they charge a lot less for electronics than they do for books. So, I think, or do they charge less for books?
They charge less for electronics.
Okay. So anyway, we got this a little cheaper because it's not a book. We thought it was going to be like a $50 thing, somewhere $40, $50. We thought it was going to sell really good, but we got it after we really got to looking at the comps and getting deeper and deeper and deeper and looking deeper and deeper and scrolling. Sell-through rate's not good, and there have been some that have sold for $15 or less. So we're probably going to put that in that $15 range to sell it, which is still a lot better than what we walked into that store with. So money in my hand right here. And it's in good shape. And I have no idea what an HPA 48G series is. I assume
Everyone's favorite.
Assume it's a graphing calculator. Drone remote. It's a Blade drone remote. Comps say that this in used condition is $20. We didn't know, but since it's missing the switch right here, or it's not even the switch, it's missing the little plastic piece that goes in and activates the switch, which is down in there. You might be able to see it right there. It's just a regular switch. But anyway, I think in this condition, might be able to sell it for $10 to $15. So not our biggest win of the day, but we got it. We'll list it, and it'll go up there as meat and potatoes, and someday somebody will buy it, we hope.
A really annoying thing that happened with that controller is we found a different like drone controller, and when it wasn't really like worth anything though. So when I put it back, the thing is I saw a drone, but it didn't have the same brand as the one that I was putting back. So I'm like, yeah, we don't need it if it doesn't have a controller. Go with it. Now, guess which controller went with it?
And when did you figure that out?
When we got home.
So we probably could have made some money. We intentionally, I don't believe, even looked up what it would have cost, what it would have sold for, because we don't want to know. Feelings get hurt. Feelings. All right. Speaking of
hurt feelings.
Speaking of hurt feelings, I grabbed that. And keep it in mind, when you're grabbing the bins, and we went into one bin, they're all plastic bins, one bin full of electronics that had 10 people around this whole bin, and everybody was grabbing. It was like a free-for-all. It was nutty. So I just literally was reaching in there just grabbing stuff and doing this, and figured I'd figure it out later. This is one of the things I grabbed. It is just a little remote control for like a Hampton Bay ceiling fan like combo. Looked it up, and $10. No big deal. We might list it, probably list it, but it's only $10. So there we go. And plus, it's this yellow color. I don't think it came in that color, but it sure did fade perfectly if it didn't. Anyway,
Fade?
There it is. Yep. I do want to talk about something, a couple things. I don't know if I've already said this, but we need your help.
We need you.
And I'm not just talking about liking and subscribing. I'm talking about we need you to please like and subscribe and do all that stuff that everybody always asks for. But what we really want is advice. Okay, what are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? This is our second standalone haul video. Before this, we were putting them at the end of our yard sale videos. Which is more fun? Yard sale videos, haul videos. Should they be split up? Should they go together? Should they be interlaced so that they're kind of happening throughout? How do you think we ought to do it? Is he funny? If he's not funny enough, we can work on that.
Don't worry, I'm definitely not. He's not either, though, so.
Do we need to be funny? Do we need to be serious?
Yes.
We should disclose that everything we tell you is just what we think, and we aren't experts in anything at all, except for comedy.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that either. But anyway, so we just tell you what we think, and that's what we think. And if we get it wrong, feel free to tell us. So can you help us out? Give us some advice. Put some comments in there. Tell us what you think, what we should do, what we shouldn't do. If you like the things we talked about, if you didn't like things we talked about, and especially if you thought he was funny. So next. See how quick I moved on? It's like, boom. Like lightning. Am I trying too hard?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said I get cringe sometimes.
Major cringe alert.
Well, I'm going for major cringe today, so if I'm cringe, I nailed it. This is just a power supply to a Dell computer. I have a Dell computer and I wanted an extra power supply. Found 2 of them in the bins, and both of them were rated at different wattage. This one's 45 watts, the other one was like 60 watts. So I bought them both and got home, found out this one's not the one I needed. The other one was, so I'm going to keep the other one on my computer. This one I found out I can resell for $10, so not big money, but I can recoup what I got paid for it plus some, so that's good. So you ready to get to the big last giant reveal?
No, because there's still one you're missing.
Oh! Speaking of things to help you with your videos and your stores and stuff, grab that. It's not on right now because we have a big one right up there that's lighting us up, but I think this might be useful for doing videos, especially if we start focusing in on products and maybe even repair videos someday if we ever learn how to fix anything, right?
Maybe one day we'll actually repair
Yeah,
something.
we keep taking them apart, but they keep not being fixed. All right, so you may notice over his shoulder, right there, right behind Alex, there's something playing on the TV. That is in honor of
This hat.
this.
Or
Yeah,
that.
that hat, that's right.
Or that. One of the two.
All right, so what we got here, and I was kind of surprised. The bins are usually where, I don't know how they decide what ends up in the bins and what ends up in the stores or how that works.
This was probably an accident.
I never expected to find a video game system in a bin, but Alex found one. He found a Wii video game system, a Wii console, and this is kind of, I thought this was funny. We've never done this before. We go to the bins and everybody gets crazy and they grab the first thing and they go, and they go over and they comp it and they throw it in their cart and then they move on. We just decided to kind of hover around the bin and really dig through them and look to see what was left. And we were able, this was a great example with this.
So we only started with the sensor bar and the Wii.
This is where it
started. That's the
started.
stuff I saw.
Yeah. This is in the gold rush. I wasn't even there. Alex was just diving in and fighting with grown men and grabbing it first, and he got it.
The usual.
Yeah, the usual. So he got this, threw it in the cart, and we just went back and looked, and I don't remember what order.
Slowly start collecting.
One piece at a time. One piece at a time. We found pretty much everything you need to play a Wii. I mean, everything. There's the controller, there's a nunchuck, the whole deal. Even got these rubber thingies that go on the outside. Jackets. Anyway, we found all that, got all that, and got it home. Alex tested it just right before this video. And good news, bad news. It turns on, it works. He played games, but it does make a little bit of noise when the disc is spinning.
Yep,
when the games are playing.
just a little.
It's kind of loud. It doesn't sound good, and we aren't taking this one apart to fix it. So that's one strike. The other strike is the TV screen. Although if you've got crappy old eyesight like mine, you almost can't see them. But if you got young eyes like his and his sister's, even though he wears glasses, he still sees better than me. They can see them real well. There are lines that go across the screen, just very fine, super fine lines.
Just like glitchy all over.
Yeah, so it's got problems. So we're going to sell it with all this stuff, where we might be able to get, what, $45 out of it or $50 with all this stuff?
Probably near 40.
We're going to try to sell it for 30, disclosing everything we just said, and we'll just start dropping it down from there and see what we can get. We'll get something out of it, maybe not as much, but we like to buy video games. It's just fun. We like video games. It's one of the things we like to track down. Part of that is the competitive factor, because it seems like every reseller out there is looking for video games. When we get one, we feel like, yeah, we won, we got it, ha ha. So I'll bet you nobody else out there found one of those in the bins that day.
Yeah,
So
I don't know why literally no one went for it.
I would bet, and you can kind of look at the people digging in the bins, just demographically, you can say, okay, if it's somebody who looks like me, they're probably not looking for video games.
Yeah, but it's the electronics box.
It is, but they might be looking for other things. And you just kind of look, and if it's a young guy with a beard, I don't know why it is, but reseller, young guys always have these big black dark beards. They're looking for video games. And some people are looking for clothes. But anyway, we got it. We did good. And this is our whole haul. Is that right?
I believe so.
And I believe we've covered everything we wanted to talk about on this video. I do want to say that after you add all the comps that we just went through up here, and this is kind of average scenario. It could be better, it could be worse, depending on how things like this play out. You know, if I get this fixed, it goes way up. But we've got roughly $200 worth of stuff from a $16 investment at the Goodwill Bins.
We take those.
That's pretty good.
The thing about the bins and yard sales, they have very low lows, but very high highs. But for the bins, you could say you have a little high, a little low.
Little nod to Queen.
Leave. I should leave.
I
should
am
not
so
do
proud
this.
of him. He did a Queen reference right. High five.
Okay.
All
I
right.
regret everything.
On that note, we are going to get out of here. And remember, when you're out there, doesn't work at the bins so much, but when you're out there at the yard sales, which is where we like to go the most, always look up, always look down, always look all around, and you will find the good stuff. We will see you next time.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd look up in a bin, though. I'm gonna play Mario Kart.
Bye.